Hi there, I'm Z, and I'm here for another live stream in YouTube. Time's passed, maybe it's more than a month since my first live session, which is quite exciting and fun and of course stressful for me. And it's nice to have the second one, which will be about learning how to test large language models. As I mentioned in my previous posts on LinkedIn, I would like to focus on just one subfield of even generative AI, within AI and generative AI. So the large language models, which is quite hyped nowadays, it's not really tested that much because it's really not easy to test, but maybe it's a good way to learn how to test these systems. About this topic, so we will start a learning journey with ChatGPT, and we will try to find the most frequent use cases of ChatGPT 3.5. We will check how it performs. To check that, we should use oracles. Usually in testing, we should compare something or some result or some kind of requirement specification or some kind of, see what's right and what's not based of comparison. But in the case of AI, it's not really obvious what to use. And in case of large language models and in AI, that's the most difficult part, I think, if we would like to test large language models. First, there should be some kind of oracle to compare the outcomes. So we will try to find some oracle. But if for some reason, if we won't find any, we should make some oracle-like thing, what helps us. So let's jump right into it. Before we jump right into the testing, please don't forget to push on the like button and push on subscribe as well, because it will help us, and maybe we can convince other people to join, because it's fun to learn how to test these systems. Of course, it's not the most. Leave a comment and follow me on LinkedIn and Twitter. Now we can start. So the use cases of the ChatGPT and large language models, this personal assistant, education-like things. Let's use some search first. I don't really want to use ChatGPT for that purpose, because it would feel odd a bit, because if I would like to test ChatGPT itself, I don't really want to have any kind of advice or outcome out of ChatGPT. Let's search about the most frequent use cases of ChatGPT. Okay, don't miss that. 50 ChatGPT use cases with real life examples. Okay, written by Sam. Okay, many thanks for that. We will use your article. It's really funny that the content creation is the first one. To be completely honest with you, when I planned my content schedule, for example, I tried to use ChatGPT and Gemini, and I don't really liked the outcome. I was enthusiastic about that. Okay, here's ChatGPT, here's an LLM, and it will write the content, the posts, and plan the posts, and I don't just really want to pick that and pick that. But that's not really the case. Maybe I did it wrong, didn't really use the prompt engineering knowledge, standards and advices, but it's generally and clearly a good use case. As a start, let's pick another one, which is translation. Let's use that one as well, because in translation, maybe I didn't mention, it's not really important information, but as you may notice, English is not my first language. My native language is Hungarian. So maybe ChatGPT can translate from English to Hungarian, and I will tell you that if the translation is good or bad or okay. We should pick that one. I mean that the course content or some kind of educational topic, or we will figure out something, that's for sure. So the 3 use cases which we will test will be the content creation, the translation, and the educational content creation. Let's see and check about the oracles I told you before, that we as testers and during the testing process, we would need some oracles as a basis of comparison if something is right, something is not, basically to recognize problems. It's also good to remember that even if it's AI, the large language models, and ChatGPT is really heavily AI based, it is a computer software. So we should test it as a computer software, but we also don't forget about what to use as an oracle. As a most obvious choice, I think that if OpenAI told us something about what ChatGPT is capable of and what is the expected outcome, maybe on high level outcome. So let's check that. Okay, let's keep that use cases page open. Let's see what OpenAI says about OpenAI ChatGPT expectations. Okay, the OpenAI, let's see the first. Now, okay, introducing. Let's see what they state. We've trained a model called ChatGPT which interacts in a conversational way. That's one statement, because ChatGPT should act in a conversational way. The dialogue format makes it possible for ChatGPT to answer follow-up questions, so that's the second one. Admit its mistakes, that's the third one. Challenge incorrect premises, fourth. And reject inappropriate requests, that's 5. That's pretty much, I think. They're high-level requirements, because they are requirements, how ChatGPT should behave. Limitations: sometimes writes plausible sounding but incorrect or nonsensical answers. This statement, it really sounds contradictory, because it says that writes plausible sounding but incorrect or nonsensical answers, and this statement, it answers follow-up questions and admit its mistakes, challenge incorrect premises. There's no source of truth yet. That's our issue as well, because as a source of truth, that's basically the definition of oracle. Okay, supervised training misleads the model because the ideal answer depends. Some explanation at least about the limitations. GPT is sensitive to tweaks to the input phrasing or attempting the same prompt multiple times. What does it mean that it's sensitive? For example, given one phrasing of a question, the model can claim to not know the answer, but given a slight rephrase, can answer correctly. If we would test ChatGPT in a model, is often excessively verbose and overuses certain phrases, such as restating that it's a language model trained by OpenAI. These issues arise from biases in the training data and well-known over-optimization issues. Ideally, the model would ask clarifying questions, and the user provided an ambiguous query, ideally. So it's also a statement, and also that's the sixth, that ideally the model would ask clarifying questions when the user provided an ambiguous query. Instead, our current models usually guess what the user intended. So what should I expect now? I think that statement means that ideally the model would ask, but instead of acting that way, the current model just guesses what the user intended, so it does not ask questions. Okay, understood. While we've made efforts to make the model refuse inappropriate requests, it will sometimes respond to harmful instructions or exhibit biased behavior. We're using the moderation API to warn or block certain types of unsafe content, but we expect it to have some false negatives and positives for now. We're eager to collect user feedback to aid our ongoing work to improve the system. With these limitations phrased, I really feel like that these statements in the first paragraph just really cancelled, because they stated something, and in the limitations they just said that okay, it should work that way, but it does not work that way, or not completely works in that way. So it's not a nice way to state something, because right now, according to my understanding, OpenAI does not state any requirement specification in this pretty high level and descriptive level, we are not really out of out of trouble. Yeah, to be honest, I'm really expected that, because ChatGPT is under development right now, and I think it will be under development until OpenAI claims that they will reach the AGI, the artificial general intelligence. I'm not really happy about these limitations. Okay, so as I said, I expected that a bit, but somehow we will need to use oracles to test something. Maybe you could already figure it out if you follow me on LinkedIn and on Twitter, that I started to follow specific testing professionals in these platforms, and I really influenced by the work of Michael Bolton and the rapid software testing, and I really would like to learn about it, and I started to read his blog. I haven't really used their method with James Bach. They developed a system named rapid software testing, or RST. I just read about that. I haven't really used in any kind of situation, but of course I prepared for this live session. As I said, I expected that. I don't really have any kind of strict statements about what or how ChatGPT should behave in some situations. Based on Michael Bolton's and James Bach's work, and based on the webinar with Michael Bolton about testing AI, it was really great, the webinar, and I shared the registration link. It was completely free, and it was a 1-hour session. It was just great. He mentioned in the Q&A part of the whole webinar that how important is to diversify the oracle, because if the oracle, let's assume that we have an oracle and we test something, and in the result of the test is saying the same thing that the oracle suggests, so let's say it's a positive outcome of a test and the oracle says that it should work that way, we could be in a situation that the oracle is wrong because we have some kind of single source of truth. Instead of this, they suggest to diversify the oracles from different perspectives. So based on that suggestion, I had some document I created and bullet pointed every statement which Michael Bolton said. Yeah, so this is the oracle. Diversification is based on rapid software testing. Yeah, it states that oracles are recognizing problems and identify inconsistencies or issues, problems, errors, faults with explainability with the world around us, which is, I understood it as common sense, and we can decide that it seems okay or doesn't seem okay, some kind of gut feeling mixed with common sense and the experience. History, I don't have any other information about that point, but I guess and think that history is not really, it's a technological history and the history of a software and our history as a tester and the experience. Identify the problems with the image the given organization wants to project. As we browsed through the OpenAI so-called statements about ChatGPT, it not really says anything, but on LinkedIn, basically everywhere, the image the given this organization wants to project, that they want to have or want to develop the artificial general intelligence, and ChatGPT, now it's ChatGPT 4.0 is the latest step towards that direction. So their clear purpose is to create super AI. So that's the image, and that's the purpose of ChatGPT, and it's also surrounded by some kind of hype cloud, and the hype cloud really contains really many fanboys of AI and ChatGPT itself and OpenAI itself, and it's really hard to penetrate into that and see the actual features, the actual working things. So the image is that it's a really super and great tool, and you should use it every time if you would like to have some kind of assistant or some kind of AI assistant or chatbot or many utilization. Maybe we can ask ChatGPT about that, because I think I think it will show us the OpenAI statement. Let's ask some questions because before we start the use cases. What is the overall image OpenAI would like to show the users on ChatGPT? Really would assume that's the zero assumption of ChatGPT and the working of large language models, that it should state the OpenAI viewpoint of ChatGPT. So based on this, OpenAI aims to present ChatGPT as a helpful, knowledgeable, and safe AI assistant designed to enhance user experiences across various applications. Helpful, knowledgeable, and safe AI assistant. Okay. The key aspects of the overall image included helpful and user-centric. ChatGPT is designed to assist user effectively, providing accurate and relevant information, answering questions, solving problems, and generating creative content tailored to individual needs. Yeah, I'm not really convinced based on the my ChatGPT usage so far. Okay, it should be knowledgeable and reliable. Reliable is it's a really big word to use. OpenAI strives to make ChatGPT a trusted source of information, drawing from the vast data set to offer comprehensive and reliable responses while being transparent about its limitations. Well, it's stated on point. OpenAI strives to make ChatGPT a trusted source of information and offer comprehensive and reliable responses while being transparent about its limitations. Well, the limitations which OpenAI phrased in that page, in the introduction to ChatGPT page, it really contradicts with the reliableness. Okay, safe and ethical. Ensuring the safety and ethical use of AI is top priority. ChatGPT is designed with safety measures to mitigate harmful or biased outputs and to promote positive and respectful interactions. Okay, accessible and user-friendly. Let's keep those information in our mind during this session. Innovative and cutting edge, OpenAI showcases ChatGPT as a product of advanced AI research, continuously improving and evolving to meet users' needs and reflect the latest advancements in AI technology. That's not really a claim or statement which we can use. At least we have that. So this is the image the given organization wants to project. It's a super tool. Everyone should use it. The claims what people make about the product, whereas I mentioned about the hype and the cloud around, the pink cloud around ChatGPT, I can't really emphasize that it's a great tool. It's really looks like cutting edge technology, and really looks like that if it's really an artificial intelligence, because it uses this kind of technology. As my experience suggests me that the people in general, so the users of ChatGPT, looks ChatGPT in a manner that it is some kind of messiah, or it's a solution for everything and it knows everything, and if it doesn't know anything, that you are the problem because you are not questioning it right. So that's the claim which I experienced. User desires, I think the user desires is a critical point here, because the user desires is really what demoed to the user by OpenAI in that example. And OpenAI demoed, if maybe you watch the intro or demo of ChatGPT 4.0, and based on that demo, if I just looked at the demo without any critical thinking, without any kind of suspicion, then I just saw a video that application software replied just like a human, behaved just like a human, and could reacted many things. If I just would like to generalize this statement, it is a human. It really sounded like, or not looked like, but behaved like a human. And based on that demo, the user, I'm really sure that most of the user would desire that ChatGPT work that way, which is really dangerous because it's a really high quality claim towards ChatGPT, and it's not really a realistic one. Yeah, the product's own self-set requirements, we checked those, did not help. Okay, so we have some points at least. Could use common sense, gut feelings. We could use, or I could use maybe some history, and maybe you could if you have something, some experience on use ChatGPT or maybe tested before. Yeah, we know the image they would like to project. We know the claims or discussed about the claims that people make about the product, the user desires and the product own self-set requirements. So there's some kind of, I feel we formed some kind of oracle-like thing around it. But you know what? Okay, I understood the limitations, but maybe just use those, and who cares about the limitations they stated? Then let's see the use cases. First step about the content creation. Yeah, let's be creative. I will open a new chat. We'll keep that. Of course, I would not delete it. And okay, let's assume that we would like to create content. Let's pick a platform. And the content creation, let's be just out of my head, the top of my head, let's be LinkedIn. And what if we would like to start online presence as a freelancer, software developer in AI, and we would like to ask ChatGPT to create content. Let's plan the first 10 content. Okay, I am about to start my online presence on LinkedIn. I am a professional AI developer, professional freelancer AI developer with working experience of three years. Please plan my first 10 posts on LinkedIn. I really feel like that it would be unjust from my side that if I just tell ChatGPT that and expect some specific thing, because I assume that because of the really general, that's 3 sentences, it's not that much. Let's add some flavor, because if we add some flavor and some kind of specific questions, then I think we have more things to expand. Yeah. Okay, I would like to focus. Let's be creative. I would like to focus on the cross section of the future technologies, artificial intelligence and quantum computing. I would like to share my experience so far with that field, and also share common knowledge to educate my soon-to-be followers. Let's see what it will produces us. How would you do that? Understanding AI content. That's a post 2, so that's a single post. Explain how these technologies differ from traditional computing, mention the potential they have in transforming industries. Okay, let's see these claims for OpenAI. So it interacted conversational way, and we will ask now follow-up questions to see if it keeps it the context of the discussion, and if it admit its mistakes now with that. Yeah, because I really don't think that a post is the proper length or limit to define AI quantum computing in single terms. Let's ask that LinkedIn post is the most appropriate one to define AI and quantum computing in simple terms, because according to my knowledge, only a handful of people actually research that field, and it is not a simple task. Okay, let's ask an advice from ChatGPT and the opportunity to correct what it suggested. It was really a bad advice to create a post about that, because it won't happen. in any circumstances. Yeah, just to be clear, I'm not really expert of AI. I'm not really expert of quantum computing and these topics. I have some kind of really shallow knowledge in quantum computing, and I have more in-depth knowledge in AI, of course, but I'm still in the beginning of the process. But I have enough knowledge to know that AI itself, it's quite a heavy topic, and quantum technology and quantum computing is also a heavy topic, and combining these two, well, it's not a LinkedIn post. Let's put it that way. Okay, so the question, how would you do that? Okay, so I pointed out a mistake it made, and it rephrased, not really rephrased, but recreated post 2, that not an intro about AI quantum computing, but why it is important. Okay, that's nice. I think it's a good catch. I think it's a good start. Let's write the post itself. So let's create an 11th post. I would like to create as post 11 this topic: how to integrate AI technology with quantum computing. Please write the post for LinkedIn. There's a lot. I didn't let you know, but why did I do that post topic for post 11? Yeah, because I would like to check about the factual correctness and ask about that factual correctness, and let's see if it's correct itself, and maybe have some kind of things, because if I can use ChatGPT to create a plan a content schedule, a post schedule, and write the actual post itself, it can be automated. But my experience showed so far that I searched through in LinkedIn posts or in other social media posts, and it was so clear that what made by any kind of large language model. So I have that kind of historical knowledge or experience. So I would be surprised. So I'm checking for factual incorrectness with this really hard topic. So I wouldn't debate that it's not the easiest choice. Convergence is a hot topic in tech circles, and I believe it's crucial for us to understand. I'm not really sure that it is really existing. So this convergence, let's search for it. The intersection, it's a PDF file. Nice one. Okay, it's 2023. Let's just read the conclusion. The convergence of AI and quantum computing represents a paradigm shift in computational capabilities. The synergy between these fields amplifies their individual strengths, ushering in a new era of innovation and problem solving. While challenges remain, collaborative efforts in research and development are driving to progress in quantum AI, bringing us closer to realizing its full potential. The Journal of Computer Science plays a crucial role in documenting these advancements, fostering discussions and facilitating knowledge exchange within the scientific community. As quantum AI continues to evolve, the journal serves as a platform for researchers, practitioners, and okay, so it's really a hot topic. That's not a false claim. That it's a hot topic. That's nice. Okay, that's some kind of actual information shared, because it's quantum support vector machines and quantum neural networks. Are these real things? Yeah, they are. Quantum machine learning. Nice. Yeah, it's really nice to learn something every day. Wikipedia, the true source of information. Yeah, but it seems quite okay. I mean, believable. So far, so good. Nice. Yeah, I think it's a great general post. It's not really catchy or not really meaningful in a way that it shares something, but it's a introductory post, which is for post 11. Is really nice. So the content creation, I think let's say that it's passed nicely. Okay, another one, which is translation. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. Let's ask, can you translate from English to Hungarian? Okay, it will be fun. At least for me and maybe some Hungarian speakers in the other side of the display. Please translate this sentence from English to Hungarian. What will be the sentence? Welcome to AI Testing Quest. You know, that nice channel in YouTube, really worth to follow. Welcome to AI Testing Quest YouTube channel. You can find nice content about learning how to test AI systems. Overall, just having fun. Yeah, factually it's correct. Let's translate it back. Yes. And the YouTube channel, you will find great content about how to test AI systems. I think it's okay. Okay, let's try different thing. So please translate this from English to Hungarian. It should be some nonsense. The windmill stood on the top of the hill. Meanwhile, the stray cat jumped over the dog's house in a rainbow sunset. It just fine. It's a perfect translation. Really started to suspect that I'm not creative enough. Just let's see one more, and I will jump to the third use case. Okay, so I used GPT-40, which is performed quite well, and it's a lot better than I expected. It's nice, I think. Please translate this Hungarian sentence to English. Okay, I've reached the limit. Yeah, it basically has the same. Okay, I didn't plan to use ChatGPT 4.0 with this test, but it performed quite nice and quite well. Third use case, which is educational content creation. And what would be more educational than teaching basic geography, for example? Okay, I would like to create educational content about geography. Please make post about the European countries in general. It's not really a specific prompt, but let's see what it produces. Factually, it seems correct. Okay, for the content, for this post, I would like to have a table of the countries with the following columns: country name, capital city, biggest city, population, major industries, highest peaks, member of EU or not, member of or not, does have river. Has rivers. Which country does not have river? Everything has. Okay, that's not really a filterable feature. Yeah, every country is a member of the economical, but it's just missing something. It's not all of the European countries. What was the European countries? Yeah, these are not all. These are not all the European countries. Please also add numbering to the first column. Yeah, because it clearly means Liechtenstein, which is a European country, and Vatican as well, and maybe Monaco, Andorra. Okay, that's Vatican, Andorra, Liechtenstein. Okay, now it's there, and it's. Oh, I almost said it will be alphabetical order, but it still misses Russia. And yeah, just saying, but because it's inconsistent, because it's debatable that Russia really belongs to Europe or more like Asia. But in Eastern Europe, the countries like Russia and Poland, so it's inconsistent. Still missing Russia from the list. So it will be it was 33 countries and Russia 30. Okay, that's the list is completed. Okay, let's ask some silly. You also forgot Georgia from the list. Georgia is not really Europe. You know, it's a or like Middle East. Let's see, we can add. I didn't mean to offend anybody. It's just geographically meaning. I know that Georgia was in the Football European Championship and the Eurovision Festival, but let's expand a bit east. But you still forgot to add. Let's go a bit east. Kazakhstan, for example. Kazakhstan. Hope it pronounced that way. Why? It's not lies in Eastern Europe. Which part of Kazakhstan lies within Eastern? So would you add Kazakhstan to the table? Okay, I think that's not the appropriate behavior of ChatGPT, because I asked it to add Kazakhstan. It said that its territory lies in some of its territory lies within Eastern Europe. It added to the list, and I asked that if it's really lies within Eastern Europe, and it said it's not. Then I asked again that would you add Kazakhstan to the table, and of course it added. There is some ethnological connection of Europe and China. Based on this, would you add China to the table as a European country? Sorry, it's mistyped. Okay, nice that it. China is really farthest from Europe. Sorry to tell, but you still did not add all of the European countries to the list. Okay, France, Germany, Spain, Sweden, Norway, Italy, Greece, Poland, Austria, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Portugal, Croatia, Hungary, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Ireland, Slovakia, Slovenia, Bulgaria, Romania, Denmark, Finland, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Monaco, San Marino, Vatican, Andorra, Liechtenstein, Russia, Georgia, and of course the well-known Kazakhstan. Oh, Belarus, Ukraine, Moldova, Armenia, but still no Iceland. Azerbaijan, Iceland, nice. Yeah, it's not really nice that I reminded a few times ChatGPT to add more countries because it's not there. I could force it to hallucinate things. In the case of Kazakhstan, it's not really a nice feature, because if I would like to use it for educational purposes, I wouldn't really recommend, because it has flaws in the meaning of educational value. It's not the best. That was the main part of the session here now, but at this end part I wanted to show you something about testing large language models and testing AI. I mentioned before that I started to read the blog of Michael Bolton, the rapid software testing, and there's a, let's say, exhaustive list, but it's just a long list of the already explored flows of large language models. I know most of them, I faced most of them. It's just good to know if we would like to continue this path, that it's a good common basis of what the large language model is capable of as of now. So I will share this link in the edited video. Large language model syndromes. Okay, and my plan was to go through of this really comprehensive list of what we found about these. Yeah, let's just go through and let's summarize to yourself that have you faced these or not already. So it's in curiosity, avoids asking questions, does not seek clarification. This is what the phrase as a limitation in this, or in ChatGPT, in OpenAI statement, and in the limitations part, that it should ask questions, but right now it does not. It just assumes many things. Placation, which is immediately changes answer whenever any concern is shown about that answer. We face that in the case of the Kazakhstan and the geographical part. Like in the first and the second use case, I have not faced anything flow-like, because it worked just it's supposed to, and the outcome just didn't really cross through common sense or any kind of usability. So the third use case would serve us some kind of errors or some kind of flaws. Hallucinations invents facts, totally, with the Kazakhstan part. Indiscretion reveals information that it should not. That was also my plan, to make ChatGPT to say something, or I would force ChatGPT to tell us something which really should not. Misalignment operates in a manner inconsistent with the intentions of its user. Yeah, it just really didn't get the point of what user prompted. Offensiveness provides answers that are abusive, upsetting, or repugnant. Arrogant is arrogance. Confident assertion of an untrue statement, especially in the face of user skepticism. Just really in some kind of coding tasks, for example, when I use ChatGPT as a help or just debugging something, and yeah, it invented many object classes, for example, which did not exist, and they kept on saying, and okay, I just used my own head afterwards. Incorrectness provides answers that are demonstrably wrong in some way. Correct, that happened right now. Capriciousness cannot reliably give a consistent answer to a similar question in similar circumstances. Just try once again. Please create the table. I just copy. That's a different answer, so it's pretty inconsistent. Please show all European countries. Please use numbers in column. Okay, it's alphabetical now. I didn't ask for it, but it's nice. It misses Georgia. This is really not complete. They're also missing countries, which in the first answer it showed, for example, Azerbaijan and Armenia. Yeah, it says Kosovo, for example, which is debatable according to UN. It's not accepted by every country. It's not listed here. So yes, it's a really true incorrectness. Capriciousness or forgetfulness appears not to remember its earlier output, rarely refers to its earlier output. Yeah. Redundancy, needlessly repeats the same information within the same response or across responses in the same conversation. We haven't read through all the notes and all these suggestions and all the initial text what ChatGPT tells, so we just check the factual correctness. Incongruence doesn't apply its own stated processes and advice to its own actual process. For instance, it may declare that it made a mistake, state a different process for fixing the problem, then fail to perform the process and make the same mistake again or commit a new mistake. And there's another. Negligence, laziness, opacity, unteachability cannot improve through discussion or debate. The only way that the model must be retrained, as we saw in the case when it just switched between ChatGPT 4.0 and 3.5, in the performance just really dropped with that task. Unteachability, yeah, we mentioned that. Non-responsiveness provides answer that may not answer the question posed in a prompt, and vacuousness provides text that communicates no useful information. Yeah, just gibberish. So this list is really nice, not really exhaustive, but it's a really comprehensive list. In the next few minutes, I would like to say a few words about my plans in testing LLMs. If you followed my content in LinkedIn and maybe followed my previous live stream and checked previous video about the machine learning performance metrics and compared that video to this video, they are different. It's quite different, because for this machine learning performance metrics is just some kind of coding, some basic, and how should I put it properly? So it was just some kind of practice. You can search for it on YouTube or any kind of educational sites how to do that, and it's not really connected to the testing activity itself. In the meanwhile, even if I was in a few weeks vacation, but in the meanwhile I read many things and read articles and watched videos about testing, and followed people who really determined to test AI systems. And yeah, the thought just formed into me that it would be great to start something and act like a tester and actually test something, even in this high level, like we did with ChatGPT right now. It did not really include any kind of metrics, any kind of quantifiable aspects. I feel like we are getting closer to testing, and I'm really getting closer in testing in my content and in my learning journey as well. So I would like to follow that path and to focus on a really narrow topic within AI, which is quite hyped right now on the LLMs, large language models. I wouldn't stuck in that field and only want to learn large language model testing, because the AI is so broad and has many opportunities. But that's the really well documented nowadays, and more articles coming out from testing and how to learn testing these kind of things. So this session is a first session of a series of testing large language models until the next live session will be, which is beginning of August. I will explore some other ways to test large language models and share what I found with you on LinkedIn. So please follow me on LinkedIn if you're interested in this topic, and follow me on Twitter also, because there's not really the same every time on Twitter and LinkedIn what I post, what I talk about, and well, I haven't really got any interaction which I really like to have. Even it's negative, even if it's positive, doesn't really matter. Just I will really glad that if some kind of communication will start or happen. Push on the like button, hit on subscribe, and come on, get me some comments. Bye bye.